Welcome to Guys Night Out. I'm Mark Allen, and during the next couple of minutes, we're going to spend some time with two guys who show you how to have a mancation, or a womancation if you're a woman. This is a program that shows you how to have a good life all the time. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the program. Tell me, first of all, we have Keith and we have Peter, what is Guys Night Out?
Mark, our show is unique in that it covers sports, and that's where the Guys Night Out name comes from, but it's also about relationships, families, raising kids, coaching, and it's about local sports, college sports, pro sports. We cover a variety of topics.
And those are local sports to Southern California, Ventura County area for right now.
Yes.
Yeah, just for right now, but we are attracting some Olympic athletes. We just recently had Todd Rogers, who won the gold medal in Beijing, and coaches from various sports have are scheduled to be on the show, so it should be really exciting.
You actually have a lot of people who are well-known, authors, celebrities, coaches, athletes, who have appeared on the program so far, with many more coming up. My question to you is, what makes Guys Night Out different and unique? What's the magic to this program?
If I may, Keith?
Sure.
I think what we're really trying to reach out is, even though they're Olympic athletes, coaches, we connect in the areas of guys. They're all husbands, they're fathers, they're mentors, they're coaches, they're community people. That's, I think, where Keith and I really connect. You know, 25 plus years married, worked for a corporation, really involved in our community. We've raised sons. I do have one advantage over Keith, and that's I'm raising a daughter, so he doesn't have that challenge. But that's what we actually are different. It's a sports program, but we really connect with people as all the roles I just described to you, Mark.
So it's a program about life.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say
many
that?
times, Mark, you know, we have guests on like Jeff Perlman, who's a Sports Illustrated, ESPN noted writer, wrote a book, The Boys Will Be Boys, about the Dallas Cowboys of the mid-90s. Yet when we got him on the show, we asked him about his family and his kids and how he raises kids and coaches. And you know, it's funny because he said, no one's ever asked me that before, out of all the interviews he's done and all the fame he's had. So we try to get down to that level where we don't just talk about what they're famous for. We like to have people come on and share with us their ideas on how they make themselves successful in their lives.
Now, Peter mentioned that you have a lot of similarities, and you've known each other for over 25 years. You've both been married for 27 years.
Yes.
To different people.
Yeah, it's not to the same woman?
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize that, but I thought anyway. You both have grown children?
Yes.
Or?
Well, we have a daughter who's 15 going on 30, so I think that's kind of like growing up. Yes, I have a son 26 years old, and Keith?
We have two sons, 19 and 23.
What is the magic of raising successful kids? I mean, I have two kids myself, okay? I've got one of each flavor, and they're both great. I love my kids, and knock on wood, I've never had any problems. You know, there's always some kind of disagreement here or there, but never any major problems. What do you think is the magic to parenthood, especially fatherhood?
Well, you know, Mark, we've talked and gotten to know each other, and I think that you probably know the answer, and that's that you didn't raise those kids to be a specific successful individual in a specific sport or profession. They got to do what they wanted to do within the confines that you created for them. Of course, yes, they probably didn't go out and go crazy and party and get arrested, yet when a kid's 9, 10 years old, age appropriately, they might want to be a pro skateboarder one day and maybe a pro football player the next, and you let them live those dreams. You don't set them up to say, you're going to be this professional baseball player, or you're going to get a college athletic scholarship. You let them be who they want to be and create that own desire within them.
In the 50s and 60s, when we were growing up, did our parents let us do that too? Did your parents specifically?
I think,
good question.
You know, it is a very good question, and to all good credit to my parents, I think they did a great job, and I think a lot of things they did were appropriate. I just think we have an opportunity now as fathers, as people in the community, to know how we treat people. And I think the key to raising, especially a son, was who did I choose to hang around? That was like really key. It's not what I told Jared, it's who I hung around, how I treated his mom. You know, he saw that we had imperfections. Same thing with my daughter. It's a matter of not telling her what to do. It's more of who I hung around, how I treated her friends, and how I treated, you know, the friend hanging around people like Keith, quality people. And I think that's like the difference. And
We teach by example.
Exactly.
We teach by example. Guys Night Out is not only for men, it's for women too, to learn, I guess, how men think, one, and also to share their feelings on parenthood, sports. Women love sports. They're into football, basketball, hockey. I met a woman the other day who she just loves hockey to death. My point is that the program itself is really, it's a conversation pit. It's a place for you guys to sit down with friends, neighbors, and chit-chat. It's interesting because community is very important, and with the internet, we see kids doing this all the time, and you know, we were out there before we started recording this, and we're all on our, you know, podcast, you know, our multifunction phones, our iPhones. I, of course, left my cell phone at home today. I can't believe I did that. My point is that even though we're trying to connect, that's what we're doing. We are communicating, and that's what Guys Night Out is. So if you're a business owner and you want to connect with your customer, if you are somebody in the community and you need a way of reaching your audience or the audience you want, Guys Night Out is perfect. Also, if you're watching us now, either on the internet, wherever you're watching us, you can participate in our blogs, in our podcast, in our video by sending material to these guys, and they will respond to it. Tell me, the big guys, you haven't been on the air that long, but you're already getting talks from, you know, major broadcasters. You're already showing them how to do it. Tell me about that.
Well, it's interesting because, and we're here today filming at the Ventura Technology Development Center, which is one of the organizations we've had on our show before, because they're part of the New World Media Order. And as you had indicated, we've got LinkedIn connections, Facebook, Twitter, instant messaging, emailing, and the website connections, so that when an advertiser or sponsor participates in our show, or a guest, all of a sudden everything connects with Todd Rogers, the Olympic gold medalist. We've got his blog on our site, a link to his site, a link to the U.S. volleyball site. So when you come to the Guys Night Out website, you can actually connect to so many other areas and learn so much in just a short period of time that we fit into this new type of media that ESPN, NBC, these other larger national media are very interested in getting involved in. We're just kind of at the leading edge, or what we call the bleeding edge of that technology.
The bleeding edge, at the point where it's about to explode.
And you know, in a way, that's what Guys Night Out is about, is that new way of looking at life that really is dominated by women in our society, that they communicate, they network, they collaborate, and that's what's leading that whole charge into this new social media, they call it, or Web 2.0. That's what our show is about. It's kind of a show within a show. It's
really, to me, it's a community, because that's what everybody is looking, you know, we are lonely people, men, women, kids. We're lonely. Even though we have a family and support, we need to have somebody we can talk to. You guys are the people we can talk to.
Oh, definitely.
We'd like to have you on our show, Mark. This is great because I think you get it. You understand where we're going with our show.
We have just a few moments left to our time is over. So I have a couple of very quick questions for you each, okay? One each. Same question, okay? Keith, you start. Here it is. What is Guys Night Out to you?
Well, it's a lifetime opportunity to help people out there and reach people from a position of experience on having things work out okay for you. And in our life today, with the way the economy is and the way life is sped up so much, I think it's great to slow down a little bit and take a rest and go to that man cave and learn to have a better life.
Peter, he took your time. I'm sorry about that. It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's live, like live
radio
and live TV.
He did a great job.
I'm Mark Allen for Guys Night Out. Thank you very much for participating and joining us. If you want information, check us out on the website.